Most people think retirement's biggest fear is running out of money. But surprisingly, many retirees have another fear. They're afraid to spend it. Not because they're irresponsible, not because they don't have enough, but because they spent 40 years learning how to save, and nobody ever taught them how to spend. So they keep postponing vacations, keep delaying experiences, keep saying, maybe next year. And years later, many retirees discover something painful. They protected the money, but forgot to enjoy the life the money was supposed to support. Most people spend decades preparing for retirement. They learn how to save, invest, pay off debt, build wealth. But very few people are taught how to use that wealth because spending feels uncomfortable, especially for people who spent a lifetime sacrificing. And that's why many retirees experience something financial planners call the fear of running out. Even when the numbers say they're okay, their emotions tell them otherwise. And understanding that fear may be one of the most important retirement lessons of all. After 40 years of saving, frugality becomes part of who you are. You spent decades saying, "We can't afford that. We need to save. Maybe later." And those habits helped build retirement. But habits don't magically disappear when work ends. In fact, many retirees discover they are much better at accumulating money than using it, because saving feels responsible, spending feels dangerous, even when spending is exactly what the money was intended for. Part of the problem is uncertainty. Nobody knows how long they'll live. Nobody knows future healthcare costs. Nobody knows what markets will do, and uncertainty creates fear. So retirees naturally become cautious, but sometimes caution becomes excessive. People with enough money live as if they're broke. Vacations get delayed, dreams get postponed, experiences become someday. And eventually many retirees realize they weren't protecting life. They were postponing life. And those are very different things. If you find value in this content, please like and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. One lesson many retirees learn is that health and energy don't stay constant. Some lose spouses, some lose friends, others discover medical problems that limit travel. And suddenly the years they thought they had become more precious. Many retirees say, "I wish we had traveled sooner. I wish we worried less. I wish we had enjoyed ourselves more." Not because money isn't important, but because time is. Money compounds, time doesn't. And memories delayed too long sometimes become memories that never happen. Interestingly, comfortable retirees don't necessarily spend recklessly. They spend intentionally. They understand money is a tool, not a trophy, not a scoreboard, not something to protect forever. They convert money into experiences, relationships, travel, memories, and they understand something powerful. Nobody reaches 90 wishing they had spent more time staring at their 401k returns, but many wish they had spent more time living. Perhaps the hardest thing for retirees isn't spending money. It's giving themselves permission to spend it, permission to travel, permission to enjoy life, permission to slow down, permission to stop feeling guilty, because many retirees spent decades putting everyone else first: children, careers, responsibilities, and retirement may be the first time they have the freedom to focus on themselves. And that's not selfish. It's what they spent their entire lives preparing for. If you find yourself afraid to spend money in retirement, you're not alone. And that doesn't mean you're doing retirement wrong. It means you've spent a lifetime being responsible. But remember this: money was never the goal. Freedom was, experiences were, memories were, relationships were. So review your plan, talk with your spouse, build a bucket list, spend intentionally, not recklessly, and stop waiting for perfect certainty. Because retirement isn't about dying with the biggest account balance. It's about using the life you've spent decades building. Because money matters. but memories are the lasting, compounding dividends of how you spent the money. If this video helped you, like and subscribe to The Wealth Perspective for weekly videos on retirement planning, Social Security, healthcare, investing, and the life lessons that help retirees live with greater confidence and fewer regrets. I really appreciate you watching the video. Thank you.